We have just passed the halfway mark for Ramadan, and this is all the things that have happened to my body. Assalamu alaikum, everyone watching. I hope you are having a lovely, lovely fast. Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak to you and all your family. And inshallah, may the rest of this holy month be easy on you and bring blessings to you and your entire family. Ameen. At the point of recording, we have been fasting for roughly 2-ish weeks, maybe a little more, and there have been many changes that have happened to this specimen of a body. All positive, not all physical. There are two parts to this video that I will be talking about today, all of them to do with what fasting during Ramadan and fasting in general does to you as a human being. The first part are the physical changes, your human body as it were, where if you smack it hard enough it'll break. And the other part of the changes are the spiritual and mindful changes. Okay, let's talk about the physical changes of my body. So like I said, we've been fasting for like 2-ish weeks at this point, depending on when I post this video, and I have already lost weight. There are shirts and there are kurtas that fit me better now than they did before we started fasting. They were tight and now they're very comfortable to use, and they weren't just tight in like fun places. It wasn't just my biceps and my shoulders. No, it was uncomfortable tight. My appetite is pathetic, and that's purely because my stomach is shrinking because of how little I'm eating during this month. Even when I break fast, it's like 2 handfuls of food maybe and I'm full. But also one of my personal goals during Ramadan is to make sure that when I break fast and start eating again that I'm not sick, because going from no food to 3 plates of food is how you end up in a coma. That gross feeling after you eat that makes you really, really tired and makes you want to just and lethargic, it's not for me. No. The first 2 to 3 days of Ramadan are normally the hardest, normally because I'm not really used to waking up that early and getting into a routine of eating something at like 3:30, 3:45 in the morning. I set an alarm so we wake up at the same time every day, and because of that, and we've been doing it so often, now my body just wakes me up. Even just before my alarm, maybe like 15 minutes before my alarm, my body will just naturally wake me up. I don't feel like I'm slow or sluggish. A lot of Muslims experience like a fog in their brain where they'll do something that doesn't make sense because they are so hungry. I also don't know what it is, but fasting for me isn't really difficult. I don't experience the same major issues that a lot of people experience. I handle my fast quite well, and I have for the past 3 years. So I don't know. Now, there is another part to fasting that a lot of people don't really talk about, and I think it's because it's not really seen. It's also not really shown. You see that we don't have food or water till sunset. You see that it can be long days and people get hungry. There have been so many videos that I've been looking at where people try fasting just for 1 day during Ramadan, and they're like, I can't do this. I don't know how you guys do this. And that's still a very small part to what we do during Ramadan. Because a lot of people don't understand that it's not just about not eating and not drinking. It's also about reading your Quran, engaging in better Muslim habits, making sure that you finish your Quran in the 30 days. And remember, people are still going to work. People are still raising and doing stuff for their families. I myself am cooking without tasting the food. The last time I cooked, there was no salt, but it was fine. The point is that life doesn't stop because we are fasting during Ramadan. And that's the part I think people tend to forget. Now, for the spiritual side that I was talking about, like I said, a lot of it goes unnoticed, unseen. And that's because a lot of it is done at home or with our families. For example, I've gotten myself into a routine every day during this month, reading about 30 to 60 pages of my Quran every single day. A lot of that is just in the morning. I'm learning more and more about Islam this month, and I'm understanding my Quran better than I ever have, and I don't know why, but reading it this year, I am just experiencing so much more and actually understanding like this is the stories that are going on. I've made it a personal mission to learn more about Islamic history and the stories that are mentioned in the Quran. I feel like a better Muslim, and I think that's kind of the whole point during Ramadan, engaging in those good Islamic habits. And I'm realizing that the more I learn about it and the more I do it and the more I read, it actually brings me a lot of peace. And in a time where everything is just go, everything is stressful, everything is just intense, I feel like doing something that brings you peace and mindfulness and calmness into your life cannot be bad for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Assalamu alaikum, and I will see you all in the next video.